Hi guys, Chapter 4 is dispute resolution. We touched on this in the intro to Chapter 1 and during Chapter 1, and in fact we may have hit upon this ultimately to a good degree in Chapter 1. Dispute resolution deals with, again, ADR, alternative dispute resolution. How are you going to be able to avoid bringing an expensive court action, or at the very least helping to cut off the court action before it gets really expensive on both sides and it takes up a lot of court time? And how can you come to some agreement where at least both sides get something of what they're looking for? Because ultimately the time and the stress and the money that goes into a courtroom battle, into what we call litigation, is not worth it. And what we see in business as well is if you're looking at this from a cost-benefit analysis, are you potentially putting in too much costs in order to fight out something? That's why we have ADR. ADR has now been around for has been common for at least the last 25, 30 years, and it has helped to redirect cases out of the court system and hopefully achieve a settlement which allow both parties to go on their way before it ever comes before a judge or a jury for a decision. So you're going to see various business activities and legal disputes first discussed in Chapter 4. And you'll note there 4 examples: the delinquent customer, the hacking attempt, the pollution incident, and the equipment breakdown. You're going to be expected to read and to understand those things. And then we're going to once again get into the 3 core concepts of ADR: negotiation, mediation, arbitration. This is going to be important, guys. So please pay careful attention to these issues. We're also going to obviously be discussing the litigation process. Whether litigation arises after you attempt alternative dispute resolution or it occurs after litigation has already been filed. We should understand what the litigation process is, the details of it, from the pleadings that are filed, the initial complaint that's filed, the defense that's filed, the discovery, the documents and the questions, and the discoveries, or what I call depositions, that could occur during the course of litigation. We're going to be discussing trial and a verdict that could be rendered, that could be given out by a judge or jury, both on whether or not someone's at fault, and number 2, what the damages might be. And then last in there, we're going to discuss enforcement. If there is a judgment that's been entered for a certain amount of money, how somebody can go into enforcing the other side that has lost to pay out on that judgment amount. So we're going to be discussing that all within Chapter 4, and we'll get started right now.